Hi, it's Stephen from Exclim Tech News. Exciting day ahead here. We're meeting with the head of the engineering team and marketing team of Gigabyte and Aero. We're in New York ahead of PAX East. So, yeah. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Right, yeah. So we've got some. We're going to start off by going through some of the Gigabyte laptops, then talk through the new Aero ones as well. So perhaps Andy, you can fill us in a little bit.
We have something new for the Aero 15 and 15X, and we believe it's one of the most versatile laptop ever, and I will explain why it deserves this title. And here's the brief spec of it. I think most of you guys feel excited about the big change will be a new platform, the Coffee Lake platform, changing the CPU from the former 7700 HQ Kaby Lake processor to the new Intel Coffee Lake 8750H. How amazing it is, we'll find out in the slide next. And the things I marked in red is the new spec you will have on the new Aero 15 and 15X, such as the DDR4 2666 and the Full HD IPS panel, but with 144 Hz refresh rate. I think that's the things that you feel most anticipated about. And also have another panel which is the 4K UHD version with Adobe RGB 100% color space coverage. This is really beneficial to those professional users. And all the I/O port on the Aero 15 and 15X has been upgraded, such as the USB Type-A port has been upgraded to USB 3.1. And also we have the new Mini DP 1.4 support 8K output, and also the faster SD card reader which support UHS-2. The keyboard has been enhanced as well. Now they support 40 hexagons, it's the key rollover. We're the first brand adopting Adobe Atmos gaming. And guess what? It's get even more portable. Now they only got 4.4 pounds and the thickness is only 0.7 inch. It's really amazing. I think Aero 15 and 15X is the one of the world's first laptop featuring the bezel-less 144Hz Full HD IPS panel, and you could have the smoothest gameplay on it. And that's the thing we heard you, because in the former generation a lot of people is asking about can we have a high refresh panel on the new Aero, and we heard you, and now we put it on a new Aero so you could have the smoothest gameplay with it, no matter you play the Overwatch, PUBG, or the CSGO. Now Aero 15 and 15X is more suitable for work, so let's take a look what kind of features makes it. The first one I think you have known that is the most powerful CPU ever, the 8750H, the new Coffee Lake processor. It's the first 6-core processor that Intel comes out on the mobile platform, and you know what? You can have over 50% performance up on this CPU compared to former Kaby Lake. This is really amazing because we haven't seen such a huge performance jump product from Intel in these 3 or 4 years. And Intel believes that this new platform is not just quite suitable for AR, VR stuff, not just quite suitable for gaming, but also quite suitable for the content creation, and that's the
definitely. That's fantastic. In a 15-inch chassis, even we also have it in the X3. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. What's the clock rate of the 8750H?
It's ranging from the 2.2 gigahertz to 4.1 gigahertz.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
But you know, when head to Aorus, we have something more amazing. Yeah, this is just the beginning. And actually, Intel will hold the special launching event in Beijing, and they have 3 big main topics of this Coffee Lake launch. One is AR, VR, one is gaming, another one is writer content creation. And this is quite suitable for you guys, such as video editing, image editing. It could reduce a lot of processing time, makes your work more efficient. We have the additional LED ambient light sensor embedded. It could adjust the backlit of the panel and also the keyboard accordingly. So just imagine whenever you go outside, it's a little bit brighter, but it will just turn the brightness of the panel and the keyboard to the max so you can see it clearly. But whenever you stay in some dark room, for example, you want to play the games in your room, and if the brightness of the panel is too sharp, it makes you uncomfortable, you just automatically dim it.
Now, one thing I'd like to mention, my Aorus X3 has the PWM flicker. You know, you'll see it on the camera where the screen flickers. That's not the case anymore? Because that gives eye strain.
Yeah, but I think for the new LED ambient light sensor, and actually we have some talk with the panel vendor about it, so I believe we shouldn't see it anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. However, with all these new features inputted, all the legacy of the former Aero and Aero 15X has been kept, such as the huge battery, which is 94.2 watt hours, and according to our test, based on the result of the mobile mark, the battery life will fit up to 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? You know, for the power in here, considering it's a 6-core CPU.
Yeah. You know, something interesting is that whenever somebody talking about the battery life on Aero 15, 10 hours, I think it's okay, because a lot of ultrabook or even extreme thin and light book, they can maybe up to 12 and 14 hours. But just like what you said, when you take a look at the spec inside, wow.
Yeah, definitely. So it won't be a G-Sync display. It'll be, you know, it's using Optimus, is it?
Yeah, it will be Optimus.
Yeah.
You know, because after our internal test, Optimus still features strong battery life compared to the discrete graphic output structure. So that's the reason why we still choose the Optimus, which is Microsoft hybrid. Yeah. We have Thunderbolt 3, which is support PCIe 4 lanes. Why I want to demonstrate is 4 lanes, because, you know, a lot of laptops, they claim they have the Thunderbolt, but when you take a test on that, actually it's PCIe 2 lanes. But, you know, no blame to them, because most of them features the U-series CPU, and, you know, original U-series CPU features less PCIe lanes capable. However, on the new Aero 15 and 15X, it's the Coffee Lake Edge, so it has more PCIe lanes. So of course on Thunderbolt, for the Thunderbolt it will be PCIe 4 lanes, so which means you could enjoy the full speed of Thunderbolt 3, which is 14 gig.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that's good.
And one of our most unique thing is the X-Ray Pantone certified panel. And on this generation, both of the panel will be calibrated as well for the Full HD one, 44Hz one, and also for the 4K ones. And to make it, you know, the storage huge, we also features the dual M.2 slot.
I think that's great. Yeah. So no longer you're having to mess around with just the one slot. So it's good. Okay.
Yeah, we think that only one M.2 slot is really not adequate. I mean, really not enough for those users. So we have the 2 M.2 slot and all of supported SATA 3 or PCIe SSD. Also, we have the per-key RGB backlit keyboard, which makes it a little bit fun when you play games or when you...
Yeah, can you show us the keyboard?
Oh, sure, no problem. Now it's in the wave mode, and we have set a lot of light animation mode you can play with, such as the one Ripple. When I press it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. That's the thing that could be do only on the per-key RGB backlit keyboard. Yeah.
And one thing I must say, I mean, I can't hear these laptops. They're very silent.
Yeah.
You know, I know we're in a coffee shop here, but it's very silent. You know?
Yeah, it's relatively silent.
And one thing I always liked about your utility, you can a lot of your models you had a silent mode where the fan would only crank up at a certain temperature, like 62 degrees or something like that. Do you still have that option?
Yeah, of course. I can show you that. You can find it under the Smart Manager. It's kind of application that we made to let you to control all the function on your laptop. And here's the fan trick, which means you can control your fan totally right here. We have set different kinds of fan mode you can have, such as quiet mode whenever you in a coffee shop like this, and you maybe doing the work like the wording or Exceling or PowerPointing, you can just use this. And for the normal, basically it could feed over maybe 60 to 70% of the percentage of usage you have. And for gaming, of course, basing on this wording, when you play games, just turn it on and no worries about would it be throttling or maybe shortage in the performance, no worry about that. And these two things is something really interesting, is that one of it's customized mode. Under customized mode, we have two modes. One is auto maximum. For auto maximum, it means that you could set the upper bound of the fan speed, and the system will just adjust the fan speed, but will never go over the upper bound. So for example, like right now it's 80%, so which means it will never go higher. I mean, the fan speed will never go higher than 80% full fan speed.
Okay, nice.
And for fixed, it's much simpler. you just need to set what kind of fan speed you want. For example, I set it to 80%, so you now can hear about the fan noise. But if you think it's too loud, you can just set it to 35%. Yeah.
Now, the cooling system inside, do you have separate heat pipes for the CPU and the GPU, or are you still sharing the heat pipes?
The CPU and GPU still shares the two huge heat pipes. You know, why we have this kind of design is that actually there's seldom situation you will have CPU and GPU are all full loading simultaneously. So whenever you play games, actually GPU will be full loading, but however for CPU you will not. But just another case, whenever you are doing a video processing, maybe GPU won't work too much, however the CPU is full loading. But with this kind of structure, I mean CPU and GPU share the same heat pipes, which means there are always two heat pipes and two fans to handle the heat no matter from the GPU and the CPU, so which makes your thermal more efficient.
Can we have a quick look at underneath to see what the vents are like underneath? Underneath the laptop?
Okay, sure. Sorry I didn't bring the screwdriver right
No, that's good. No, I like that because my X3 didn't have vents over the heat pipes itself, so consequently you know, if you put a cooler on, it wouldn't blow on the heat pipes. I like that setup there.
Yeah, basically we will have all the fan under all those like heatsink or the fans. For these two will be the fans. Why we have these fans is that it allows the airflow to suck in and just exhaust it on the back. And this is for the thermal pipe as well.
Okay.
And one thing I want to highlight is that actually all the things you would like to upgrade, such as the M.2 SSD or the DDR4 RAMs, you can easily upgrade it once you take the D cover, the so-called bottom cover out. You don't need to maybe disassemble, hold the motherboard out, which makes it more easily upgraded.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. No, I like that.
Yep.
And this, you say it's got the GTX 1060 in, is it?
Yeah, for the Aero 15X, it will be GTX 1060. Sorry, 1070. And for Aero 15, it will be GTX 1060.
Okay.
We have two versions.
Oh, right, okay.
We have two versions. And just back to the slide, what I have. And the last one is that it features the versatile I/O port, including HDMI 2.0 and mini DP 1.4, such as the USB 3.1 Type A, HDMI 2.0, mini DP 1.4, audio jack, and guess what? We have the SD card, which support UHS 2, the Thunderbolt, and more USB Type A ports.
Perfect. So which is great. So, you know, a thin chassis. I mean, I love USB-A.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I gotta say, over 80% of the peripherals now still feature the USB Type A.
Yes.
So there's no reason to ban it.
No, I agree totally.
So all of
this,
like that. Yeah, so all of this makes the Aero 15 and 15X is the most versatile laptop ever. We still make some little change on the exterior, such as this one. This is our new specially designed Aero logo on it.
That does look neat, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah. And I see the webcam here, because you've got such very thin bezels there. What, the bezels, how wide are they? About 5 millimeters?
5 millimeter, yeah. But I think the biggest change of it between its competitor is that we still got a thin bezel on top of the screen. You will see a lot of our competitor claiming that it also features the thin bezel, but when you take a look at them, you will feel a little bit strange. Why it doesn't deliver such amazing visual experience as Aero 15? Because the key difference between Aero 15 and them would be the thin bezel on the top. Yeah. So with the thin bezel on the top, you could have the most immersive gaming experience and also the video watching experience when you use your Aero 15X. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And when's the launch date?
Basically, we have two stages of launching. For the first stage with the press embargo, it will be around April 3rd. Okay. So you will see we announce it on April 3rd. However, there's some shipping regulated by Intel. So the true available date of the Aero 15 and 15X will be April 16th.
Okay.
So by that time, you can buy it actually on our channel. And for those who started to pre-order, I mean,
here are the SKUs available here in the US. We have 3 SKUs in total. So the first one you can see, the Aero 15W, is the one that comes with a GTX 1060. And as for the Aero 15X, these two comes with a GTX 1070 Max Q inside, and of course all of them comes with a Coffee Lake CPU. And as for the price, you can see MSRP here. The 1061, namely the Aero 15W, it's $19.99 USD. And for the Aero 15S, comes with a Full HD panel. The differences between these two SKUs are that this one comes with a Full HD panel, 144 Hz, while this one comes with a 4K panel.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also have a very special pre-order bundle for the Aero 15X, the Full HD version.
Yeah, just wondering what kind of benefit if I want to pre-order it.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, it's we cooperated with Beats to make an Aero headset.
Yeah.
So it's a limited quantity that you can only get from a pre-order. So that's simply.
Nice, it's a nice looking headset. Okay.
You know what? This is not just something we have the Aero logo put in on the packing material. Once candies take it out, you will know why it is so special. Yeah.
So
It does look good.
that's how we're trying to put Aero everywhere in real life, because we think it's the most.
It's kind of edited to our to life.
Yeah, nice looking. It's a nice looking headset, isn't
We
it?
also put the Aero logo here on the headphone, and also you can see on top of this headphone.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll see a lot of those on display at PAX. Everybody will be wearing them.
Yeah. And don't forget, it is only available to those who have pre-ordered the Aero 15X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full HD version.
Yeah.
All right. So pre-orders will go up about April the 3rd. You think, yeah?
April 3rd. We'll start from April 3rd, and to the April 16th, we'll start to ship it out to you guys.
And where will you be able to buy them? And normally you sell them on Newegg.
Newegg, and also mobile advance and Amazon.
Okay.
So yeah, you can simply find it through all the channels.
You can get it on most popular e-channels. You can.
Okay, and it'll be available worldwide, or is it at that date, or?
As for the Aero headset, it's only limited in USA.
Okay, the headset USA, but the laptops, you'll be selling them worldwide.
Yeah, indeed.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic.
And you can always find where to buy information from our official website.
On your website. One quick question about the trackpads. Are the trackpads still Elan? I know we talked about that in our interview once.
Oh yeah.
Or you got Windows Precision finally.
Yeah, in before times, actually, Microsoft has quite limited certified panel vendors for producing the Windows Precision touchpad. But no worries, we heard the feedback from you guys. So in next generation of the Aero 15, maybe I can say when it's coming up, but we have confirmed that on next generation of Aero 15 and 15X, we will have the Windows Precision touchpad applied.
Good.
So no worries. I just want to share you over, guys. Actually, all the application of the new features on the Aero 15 and 15X was inspired by you guys, such as the panel, such as the keyboard, such as the SD card, all of it.
That's good. Yeah, you listen to your consumer.
Yeah, we listen to you guys and also the customers. So if you have any idea about it, don't hesitate to let us know. Okay.
All right, great.
Okay.
Thanks.